What's going on, guys? I'm Jada Black. Shout out to everyone that's tuning in. I want to talk about Taraji P. Henson. Now, Taraji did an interview, a podcast interview with Angie Martinez, and it's called the In Real Life Podcast. Now, Taraji P. Henson, she's an actress. She's 52 years old. She was a part of the show Empire, and she got emotional about being unhappy. And I did a video on my other channel. I'll link it in the description box. And I talked about how unhappy she was. And she was talking about her mental state and talked about how she didn't want to be in America. Like, she blamed America for why she was so unhappy and how she'd be so much happier if she was just in another place. Like, that was her mentality. And I'm also going to put another video for reference point in the description box of speaking on her and her dating life. And I think that's very relevant to what I'm going to be speaking on in this video, because Taraji is somebody who embodies what a Gen Xer Western woman is. A woman who's all about career. She's all about, doing those things, being picky in relationships, but still choosing the wrong men. Nothing she does in her dating life works. And it's because these people refuse to work on themselves. They want to blame America for why their relationships don't work out. I mean, your relationships don't work out, Taraji, and you're unhappy because you're not with a man that you want. It's not because, she just genuinely. This woman has a career. She's not an out of work actress. Taraji gets plenty of work in Hollywood. She is unhappy, and most women are unhappy these days because they don't have the life that they thought they would have. They thought that if they was this strong, independent woman, that they would have everything they have sought, and they don't have that. What they have is loneliness and an empty bed, right? All the failed relationships of their past that they were never able to heal from, and the fact that a lot of these women just don't know what they want. They're a very confused lot. And we're going to get into it. And we're going to read from this article here from Showbiz Cheat Sheet. This is the other article I have. So Taraji says she hasn't been happy in a long time. The things I thought made me happy don't cut it anymore. Taraji P. Henson sat down with host and Radio Hall of Fame inductee Angie Martinez for a conversation about life, work, and mental health. The actor admits being a celebrity doesn't automatically equal happiness. During the interview, Henson reveals that she fights every day to find happiness, and she hasn't been happy for a long time. I mean, there's a lot of women like Taraji that haven't been happy, but it's the road that you took. You could have took a better route, but you chose this route. And she's not in minority. She's in the majority. It's a lot of women like this. And it's only going to get worse because Taraji is 52. Now, she, to me, she looks good for her age. But there are going to be guys that aren't checking for 52-year-old women. A lot of the men in her age range are close to it. They want younger women. She knows this. Maybe that's what makes the unhappiness more and more unbearable. Martinez said that she learned from Jay Balvin to ask people how happy they are on a scale of 1 to 10. She says that this is a good way to check on your friends and see how they're doing. When Martinez asked Henson how happy she is, Henson says, "I don't know, to be quite honest." She goes on to say that she hasn't been happy in a long time, and the things that used to make her happy don't anymore. It's almost like when you become successful, right? You're rich, you think that you're an attractive person, right? You can attract, right? You can go anywhere in the world, right? You can find happiness anywhere. All you have to do is go. You don't have any financial restrictions, right? You could do anything. But what happens is these people insulate themselves and they put themselves in such a box. And for so long, it becomes reality. And they lose a sense of reality, right? They don't enjoy anything because they can do anything that they want. That's why I say, a lot of these celebrities, if you don't want to be famous anymore, then leave the arena. But none of them want to leave the arena, right? They'll leave America. If leaving America makes you happy, Taraji, then do that. But if you don't work on yourself and heal yourself, you're never going to find what you're looking for. See, a lot of these women don't understand that their choices and their lifestyle are going to have ramifications. And you need to make sure that you're making the best decision possible. Says Henson during the Angie Martinez IRL podcast. And so I'm in a place where I think, what does that look like? And I'm kind of spinning because I don't know. Henson says one of the things that used to make her happy was being in a relationship. So for the people that said this has absolutely nothing to do with relationships, she said it out of her own mouth that one of the things that used to make her happy was being in a relationship. However, she said that she learned that happiness can't be found in someone else. It's not marriage, it's not a man. It's for me to tap in and find my happiness. And to be honest with you, Angie, I haven't been happy, like purely happy, in a long time. See, when you're in that Hollywood bubble, nobody's happy. That's why they turn to drugs. That's why they turn to drinking and partying. And, you got the men who womanize and you got the women who be out here in these streets. Or they're getting OnlyFans pages, or they're taking things to a more of a slurry level. Martinez says she's sorry about this, but Henson says she's not because it's a wake-up call. This is a moment for her to make adjustments so she can get to a better place emotionally. I'm still here. I'm still living. So that means I still have time to find happiness, says Henson, and it's work. And it's okay because it's for the benefit of me. Well, that's why you need to get help. A lot of these women psychologically are broken. A lot of these successful women are broken. Y'all don't, people don't understand this. A lot of these successful women are broken. They've been in the industry too long. Too long. And I think that we have to have these conversations because the mental health of these women and men, you could tell, is starting to fail. They get on social media and say and do the weirdest things. Henson has been open about her experience with depression and anxiety. She wants to share her experience so that others can see it. See, it's okay if you are having challenges with mental health. However, she says she fights for her joy on a daily basis. At the end of the day, it's about fighting for your joy and finding it, says Henson. Henson acknowledges that life isn't easy. She is famous and earns a great living as an actor. See that? She earns a great living, not a good living, a great living as an actor. But she says you have to dig deep within to find happiness. Material things don't satisfy for long. She acknowledges life is hard for just about everyone. Yeah, it is. I don't think happiness has a dollar amount unless you live for money. If you are into gluttony, we all have to find ourselves. We all have to figure out what's important. And I do think relationships are important to women. You see, men don't really need relationships. They don't. A lot of us men, we don't need relationships. We don't need a wife. We don't need a living girlfriend. A lot of us don't even want our girlfriends living with us. We love our peace. We love to come home to an empty house. Now, some men don't. You got some men that they need a woman around them. They'll leave one relationship and hop into another. That's just how they are. But there are men out here who are happy being to themselves. They choose that. But a lot of these women can't go 5 minutes without getting likes on social media. So how are they going to do in relationships? So I understand that that's what they need. When I talk to people, I'm like, if you have a story to tell, tell it. No one wants to hear how easy your life is, that life was. Life ain't easy. I don't care what color you are, how privileged you are. Life ain't easy. And it's getting harder and harder every day. If you have a story to tell, if you come through some trials and tribulations, you need to share it because you are going to inspire someone. You're going to give someone the motivation to not give up. Martinez points out that it's important to embrace change and pivot so you can achieve what you define as happiness. She asks Henson if going through changes makes her uncomfortable. The actor says she celebrates change instead of fearing it. She also said it's important to be able to identify that you are unhappy so you can make the necessary adjustments. Well, there's a lot of women who aren't. There are men as well, but to me, women seem more and more bitter. You know what men are doing, Taraji? You know why? You know what men are doing? You see, men are traveling. If there are unhappy men, especially here in America, Taraji, those men get their passports and they travel to different countries because that's what makes them happy. She said that she's going to be going on a trip to Bali by herself. You know, that should work. Maybe you'll become a passport sis or whatever that is. You know, and I got women talking about their passport sis, you know. Maybe that's what makes you happy. See, us as men, we're not just going to sit and complain without doing something. You know, people say that men get online and, you know, they complain about women. No, I think we talk about our experiences, but at the end of the day, we move on. Okay, this isn't working for me, so I'm going to go do something else. That is the way of men. We might complain a little bit, but you better be damn sure we're going to change. We're going to change something. Something is going to change. We're going to get in the gym, or we're going to go out here. Well, we could do both, you know, but if you don't need to get in the gym, you can go elsewhere, right? You can find happiness. You can live somewhere else. Maybe going to someplace else will give you that breath of fresh air that you need. One thing I know about me is that I don't fear change, says Henson. I celebrate it as uncomfortable as it is. I know that when I get to the other side, I'm going to be a better person. I will have a story to tell that's going to inspire, help, and change someone else's life for the better. And this is according to Taraji. Listen, Taraji should do what's in the best interest of her. A lot of women her age are going to be more and more bitter, man, but this is the road y'all took. When you went out there and you disrespect the men in your group and you wonder why those men are dating white women or Latinas or Asian women, and you're left wondering where are the men for you? They're elsewhere. And if for people to say that this ain't got nothing to do with men, then obviously you know nothing about women. Nothing makes a woman happier or sadder than not being able to have the man that she wants. So let me say in the comment section, let me know your thoughts. Like this video and share it. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And I'll see y'all in the next video.